So we're going to do a sealed New Capenna. Probably going to do the normal one, the best of one New Capenna, and this is a new set, Streets of New Capenna, SNC for short. It's a tricolor set, so we have 5 families in the set, and they are the Obscura, which is the colors of Esper, white, blue, and black. Maestros, which is Grixis, blue, black, and red. Riveteers, which is Jund, black, red, and green. Cabareti, which is Naya, red, green, and white. And the Brokers, which is band colors, green, white, and blue. And each of the families do certain things well. So Obscura, what they're doing is basically using the graveyard a lot, and also trying to connive. There's a mechanic called connive. Whenever a card connives, you get to loot, which is to draw a card, then discard a card, and if you discard a non-land, you get a +1/+1 counter. So that's the core mechanics of the Obscura family. Maestros, what they're doing is sacrificing a lot, and sacrificing minions a lot. So there's a lot of synergies, which are sacrificing creatures, payoffs for doing that as well. So Maestros basically sacrificing. Also, there is a bit of a graveyard theme. So you sacrifice something, it goes to the graveyard, and it helps you unlock the graveyard payoff. So the big payoff is basically you need to have 5 different cards of different mana values in your graveyard, and you get lots of bonuses. And then we have Riveteers. Riveteers basically very aggressive haste creatures. There's a blitz mechanic, so you pay a blitz cost, and then you sack. You have to sack the creature at the end of turn, but you get a card back. And normally the blitz cost is lower than the actual card cost. So blitzing at good times and being aggressive is what Riveteers are doing. Naya is very simple. Just play a lot of creatures. That's it. So the more creatures you play, the more bonuses you get. And then Brokers is a bit. It's a value kind of family. So you're getting shield counters, which is kind of a temporary indestructible counter, and then you're also like attacking in the air and going for small creatures which deal damage over time. So let's go and do our first seal. So also preparing for the Arena Open in 2 weeks time, so hopefully this is good practice for that. Okay, Rafine has been amazing for me. This is a 3 mana bomb in Obscura, flying ward 1. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature connives X by X the number of attacking creatures. So when you play Rafine, you attack with 2 creatures, you get to choose 1 creature among those who are attacking to connive X, where X is 2 in that case if you have 2 attacking creatures. And if you draw 2 and you discard 2, whatever non-land you discard, that card gets a +1/+1 counter. So this card is super strong. Ward is great, the stats are great, it's flying as well, so it's just gonna keep coming in and conniving with the other cards. It's a really very strong card. The only problem is the 3 mana constraint, so you need to have sufficient mana to cast it. Luxior is a equipment. I mean, it's only good if you have planeswalkers, and in Seal you see here we don't even have any, so probably not going to play it. It's just going to make your planeswalkers come to life or give creatures with a lot of counters even more power. But yeah, it's a bit slow. Equip 3 is a bit slow for equipment, so we're not going to play that most likely. Incandescent Aria. Okay, it's a Naya card. Sorcery, deals 3 damage to each non-token creature. So it's a sweeper. I don't know how good it's going to be, but we will see. Seems like a efficiently costed sweeper, but it's 3 mana, different colors, it's going to be hard to cast. Falco Spara Pack Weaver, 1 colorless, 1 band, flying, trample 3/3, enter the battle with shield counter, already amazing value. You look at the top card of the library anytime, you may cast spells from the top of the library by removing a counter from a creature you control. Okay, this card looks really strong. 4 mana, 3/3, flying, trample, and a shield counter is already amazing. And the ability to look at the top card of a library every turn and cast it if you need by taking out a counter from him himself. He comes with a counter. Seems pretty strong. So we'll be looking at that for sure. Band colors or Obscura at the moment. Park Heights Pegasus, 2 mana, 2/1 flying trample, which is good. but hard to cast. Whenever Park Heights Pegasus deals combat damage, draw a card if you have 2 or more creatures. So it's a bit difficult to get 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield every turn. So you're probably going to get 1 card or no card. But even if you get no cards, 2 mana, 2/1 flying trample is pretty good value. But nothing game breaking like these 2 mythics here. Next we have Ledger Threader, 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever a player casts a second spell each turn, it connives. This card is okay. Nothing game breaking. It's just pretty solid blue card. Okay, so I'm looking. So from those packs alone, I'm looking to be either obscure or bad to make use of our bombs. So first things first, we have a quick look at what cards do we have in each color, and also what fixing we have. Fixing is hugely important for a 3 color set. So white cards we don't have many, but we have good cards. This guy is pretty good. 3 mana, 2/1, draw a card, gain a lifeline. Kill shot, destroy target attacking creature, simple, efficient. This card is a 3 mana, 3/2, creates a 1/1 as well. So it's quite good value. Celebrity Fencer is fine, grows over time. Nothing amazing at this. So we're probably not going to play white. So straight up, we are hoping to play blue-green now and splash the white, because our white cards are not so. We don't have many white cards, so we'll be looking to base in other colors. So looking at blue now, we have Lackey's fine, Protest Protection is okay, Leather Shredder is fine, Vandal's good. Security bypass, yeah, this one's not that great. Shit's fine. Snoop is not good. This is fine. 3 mana. Yeah, this card is decent. It's been performing decently, I think. Echo Spectre is good. Speak Vicious is amazing removal. So we have a decent number of blue cards here. Dig Up the Body is great for black. This card's fine. 2 mana, 3/2, enter stab. It's pretty good. Good stats. Extracted Truth is good in Seal. You can reveal opponent's hand and take away their bomb. So in Seal, these kind of effects go up in value as opposed to Draft. Because yeah, Seal, the slower format, is full of bombs. So getting a way to deal with bombs are very important, like Sleep with the Fishes or Kill Shot. So cards like this go up in value in Seal. Even like Buy Your Silence, exile target non-land permanent, deals with any bomb, like enchantment and stuff. So it may be a decent splash in Seal. Other than that, black, this card's fine. 3 mana, 3/1 comes, lets you draw from the graveyard. Good defensive card, 3 mana, flying, death touch, 1/2. Murder's always good, most of the time. Rogue Gallery is pretty okay in Seal. Brings a lot of cards back. Return up to 1 target card for each creature with graveyard to your hand. Goons are fine. Graveyard Shift is okay. Black is okay, not bad. Red, we don't have many red cards here. This card's good. Magician's probably one of the best red commons. It's fine. Wrecking Crew, 5 mana, 4/3, 4/5 reach trample, good for defensive decks. Other than that, don't see much red cards. So we're probably not going to play red. We're probably not going to play white as base colors. So far, we are blue and black in base colors in terms of numbers alone. Socialite, 2 mana, 2/1 is fine, decent, good value. This one is not that great. 1/2, 2 mana, 2/2 is fine. This one is 2 mana, 2/2, which gets that touch. It makes everyone that touch. 2 mana, 2/3 is just Jewel Thief's good, but you only have 1 sadly. This is fine. Gain life. Capenna Express is okay. Crew 3/6/6. You need to have lots of 3 power creatures. 4 mana for 4. Oh, this is pretty good. Seems pretty good. Good stats. This one is fine. Okay, so we don't have that many great green cards as well. Okay, so let's look at the gold cards. We have a blue, white gold card here. Makes 2/1/1 unblockables. Instant speed, pretty good. In terms of lands, let's have a look at the lands. We have 2 blue-white lands, so that's pretty good for blue-white. And 1 red-green land. And the other thing is we have a Maestros stage. Maestros is Grixis. So that's blue, black, and red. So we do have decent support for a Obscura deck. So we have 2 blue-white stuff here. And this one helps Obscura as well because it gets Island and Swamp. So that's all in the Obscura colors. So looking good for Rafine here. We may be able to play Rafine. Fixers, fine. Which is fine. Yeah, but we saw earlier red cards are not many. So we really need like great red cards to be able to play, to be incentivized to play it. 2 mana, 2/3 whenever attacks make that. Oh wow, this card's pretty good. We have lots of green, white cards. The problem is we don't have any mana, which gives like green blue or green white. So that's a bit of a worry in terms of the mana base. Any other fixes here? Opinions gives 1 treasure token to fix. Nothing amazing. Yep, nothing here, nothing here. Only this, I think, gets a basic land out of the deck. So you're probably going to play that in Seal. We really need all 3 colors online if you're playing a tri-color deck. This card's good. Appraiser. Whenever it enters the battlefield, exile what the top creature card from a graveyard. Target creature from a graveyard, either mine or my opponent's. Exile it and then look at the top 3 cards and put 1 of it in my hand and the rest in my graveyard. It's pretty good. Good value, good power. Okay, these guys are all pseudo fixers as well. So you can pay 2 and exile them to target a land, and that land will make the colors of this card which you exile. And there's one in every family. So we have the Grixis one and we have the Naya one, and they're both pretty decent. The Naya one's better, I think. The earlier you can cast them, I think the better. So it's 5 mana, 5/3, makes a 1/1. It's pretty good. Okay, so he's an upstart. When he dies, it's pretty okay. This one is fine. Okay, so let's try building. What's this for? 2/2. This is not, doesn't look amazing. It's fine. Ooh. Well, this is a decent payoff for a multicolor deck actually. 3 mana, 4/1 double strike. Like wow. On attack. On defense, there's a 4/1. Just 4/1 stat line for 3 mana is fine. Okay, I think we're gonna start with trying to play Rafine and Falcospara in the same deck. So we're gonna have a blue-white base with 2 blue-white lands as well. So let's put in the good blue-white cards first. This one. Yeah, the flyer is fine. This guy's been okay. Comes in with shield counter. Sleep with the fishes. Okay, that's already 20. So let's remove all the lands. Lands come in later. So we have 10 cards only. Lands normally, typically we play 17 lands, so that's 27. We have 13 more cards to go, which is a lot. So, oh yeah, this blue-white card as well. Anything else? Not really. Okay, so this is our blue-white base, but we only have 11 cards. Plus 17 is 28, so we still need to put another 12 cards in, which is going to be pretty difficult. And if you want to play Falcospara, ideally we play green as well. Let's look at the curve for this. A lot of 3-drops. Lots of 3-drops. So we want some 2-drops. In Seal you can play less 2-drops than in Draft. But you still need to play some in case you get overrun. Black is fine. We could play black, dig up the body. We do have the Maestro's land as well, which picks up a island or swamp, so it fixes for black. The issue is the double black of murder is a bit painful to pay. So, and it isn't that, and nothing very enticing in black. In red, we have like a decent removal spell here. That's about it, I think. This is fine. Yeah, this is a tough build. This is double blue as well, so we probably need to be base blue And both our Raffine and Falco Spara shares blue and white. So ideally we base blue and white and splash a bit of black and splash a bit of green. And that's the ideal case. The problem is we don't have enough blue-white cards. So this is a difficult seal build. Our fixes are in blue and white, so it's pretty good. That helps a lot. And we have a free Maestro's Theatre as well. So blue and white, blue and white. Let's have a look. Yeah, this card's fine. Can play it. It's still, I think it's fine. Yeah, they do get a treasure, but I think by turn 5 the treasure won't really matter. It will fix their mana, but we only use it when you really need it to take out a bomb. So I think we can play this. The Fencer, we could play it. Just decent. Crocodile is not really what you want. Oh sorry, the Vandal is pretty good. Witness Protection is okay. In the Sealed, I think, takes out bombs. Cheap 1 mana, makes it a 1/1. Pretty good. Let's say we play more of these. So we are on 714 now, we're getting there. Another 9 cards to play. We already played most of our white cards. We only have these guys left. We can play Witness Protection, seems fine. We splash the Falco. Anything else is worth splashing or not? Big mana cards which win the game. Capenna Express, probably not. Don't have many 3 power creatures. Jewel Thief is okay. Comes in, it creates a treasure as well, but it's in green, so it's going to be a bit difficult. Yeah, the other cards all seem hard to cast. It's the worry now. Quality wise, not bad. The deck is. We need to add another 9 cards. So let's say we. No choice. Play Witness Protections, play the Fences, play the Sky Crier, 1/1 flying lifelink, like whatever. Maybe play a Croc. Maybe not. I don't think we can get stuff to the yard. Could splash a black card. Double black's going to be really, really tough, so could try some dig up the body. Green card, any good big casting green card? This guy's fine. This guy is probably not a good splash. It's not a good splash because it's a cheap card. And by the time we get our green mana, a 2 mana 2/1 flying trample, it's still okay. Like it still has impact on the board. It wins games in the air. But what you want when you splash is something which comes in with a big impact. We could play this guy. He fixes. He fixes land, so more blue-black fixing for us. That guy goes in there. Fits in nicely. This one fixes for white-green, so we could play this as well. Another decent play. Maybe we should play out Sweeper. If our mana base can take it. Sweepers, but in Seal, Sweepers are not as good. I think in Draft is stronger. So in Seal, what's going to happen is people are going to play bombs. So big bombs at 6/5 mana, Mythic's going to win the game with those. So you Sweepers won't really deal with all of them. So you want targeted removal most of the time. Kill Shot, which is not the best. Sometimes Kill Shot doesn't kill bombs which just sit there. So it's only decent. But Sleep of the Fish is good. Witness Protection kind of kills the creature. It becomes a 1/1 forever. Fire Silence wipes it out fully. So you want those kind of removals. So we already have those in a blue-white base. Now the issue is the black. The good card here is double black. Double black, we really need a lot of black sources. I don't think we can afford to do that. We could play this guy, fixes mana as well. Now we're getting to almost a full deck. We could play the parcel to fix the mana. Maestro Status coming in as a land after this. Could just play this colorless card. The fish are blue, so it's not multicolored permanent. We don't have many multicolored permanents, sadly. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. 14 creatures. Could force the Brazier in. It's gonna be a bit difficult on the mana base, but we do have the red fixer. This guy is pretty worth it, I think. It's like 3 mana, 3 draw a card. Super good. So far we don't have any red cards, only these two guys. Curve wise, let's get the curve wise, we're looking pretty good. Yeah. Okay, the deck's coming together. Oops. Okay. Other usable removal. This is one of it. Could play that. We could play the dual land now if you're playing red as well to fix. Only problem with this land is you need another red source to sack it and draw a card with it. It's not easy. But I think removal wise we're fine. We have this, 2 of this, a kill shot, and 2 of Biosilence and 1 Sleep with the Fishes. So removal, we generally want, I think 4 to 6 around there. More the better quality ones. So you don't want to go out of your way to splash a not good removal. But yeah, we already played all our blue-white cards, and we have to play one more card, I think. So we are 22, 17, gives us 39 or 40. So after this, we'll explore playing the... Do we want to explore playing any other decks? That's the question. The problem is the fixing is pretty bad. But maybe we can play a black, red, green deck. The only issue is our bombs. We can't play neither of our bombs. So there's no real incentive to play a Jund deck. The cards are like fine, like this fine, 2 mana 2/2, removals fine, the creatures are fine. So generally you want to play your best cards, and the best cards we have is Rafine and Falco by far. By far these two are the best cards we have, so we want to play those. I think this is the best build from what I've seen. We gotta add one more card. I'm looking at adding a... Could just play a cat. Could just play a Scarab, fixes mana. But yeah, 2 drops, not very exciting, doesn't trade up. We already have 3 2 drops, which is decent. Snoop. It's a lot of 3 drops already. What about this? 2 or more counters. But how do we doing on counters? Maybe we get a counter here, counter here. Yeah, it's counter here, it's counter here. Yeah, we could get a pretty good counter value. Let's see. So I think the format's going to be very slow. People are going to be slowly fixing their mana. So playing big bad cards, either going under them, which is attacking. We do have good flying creatures actually. 3 flying, 4 flying, 5 flying, 6 flying, unblockables here too, 7 flying creatures. Okay, 8 flying creatures. Wow, so we're really going into the air. That's quite interesting. We maybe want to come up the ground with a Backstreet Bruiser then. That'd be a good idea. So we're really going into the air to win. This one comes to the ground beautifully as well. These cards are great. This one grows over time, also grumps the ground. It's a bit... I prefer a 4 mana 4/4, I guess, but you don't have the luxury of that. But it does do work on the ground. It eventually grows into a big threat, wins the game as well. This seems to play pretty decently. I think this is our deck. So the Outlaw and the Revelers, they help cast themselves. So I think the Outlaw, but they're a bit difficult to cast because you need a black or red source, and then you use them as well, their power, to cast them. So they can, because they make a land, a tricolor land basically. So you can use them to cast themselves. So I don't think they're going to be that difficult to cast. They seem pretty good. So I think we have our deck here. What's the parcel? Oh, the parcel actually is a fixer or removal spell. It's pretty good. I didn't realize that. So okay, I think we have a deck. It's pretty built up. Let's build our mana base. It should be quite straightforward. Both of the blue-white lands. Do we want to play the red-green land? So we only have 2 red cards, so probably not. We do want to play the Maestro's Theater. So this one, what it does is it comes to play, you sack it straight away, and then you can search for an island, swamp, or mountain, which is these colors here. Breaks these colors, and then you put it into play tapped, and then you gain life. So fixes your mana for blue, black, and red. So that's pretty good for these guys. You can go grab our red land. So we do want to play 1 mountain just to grab that to make that easier to cast. We could play the Racer's Ring. We do have 1 green card we want to play for sure. Or just could play basics. Let's look at the basics. Could go here and ask the game to suggest lands. We don't need any. We are playing 5 colors. I didn't realize that. But yeah, we don't want to play mountains. We do want a forest, I think. This is pretty tricky. 15. So we definitely want at least 8 sources of blue and white. So this gives 5, 6, 7, 8 blue, and white would be this. So we want this. This is 2 lands over the limit, so we need to cut some. Black, I think we just need 3 sources would be fine. So this 1, 2, and I guess we can count this as the 3rd one, maybe. Could cut a black here. Yeah, white. I'm sorry, we can play 5. So this, oh yeah, we need 6 or 8. 6 plus 2, 5 plus 2 plus 1. We are on 1 more land here. Interesting. Do we want to play a mountain? So looks like we just need to cast these guys off themselves. We don't have to play a mountain. So basically this card gets a blue or black. Typically for splashes you want 3 sources of the splash color. So in this deck we're definitely splashing black for Rafine alone and green for Falco alone. So we want 3 sources of black and 3 sources of green. Black, so this is 1, this is 2. Probably want to add 1 more black. And for green, this is 2. Okay, that's the challenge here. I guess we can count this as 1 as well. So this is a source of green. And this guy creates green as well. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay. For black is 1, 2, 3 as well. Kind of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys. And we have 40 cards. I think this is good to go. Let's have a look at the color distribution. So it looks pretty even on white and blue. So that justifies this split here, which is 6 and 5. 6 plus 2 is 8. 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 8. With this is 9 actually, so it's pretty good. And this one adds a white, this one adds a blue. So we're looking pretty good at the mana base. I think this is pretty fine. The only last comment would be that Sleep with the Fishes is double blue. So we want a bit more blue maybe, but I think 8 sources seems pretty okay. So the mana seems okay. And I guess this is what we're going with. So it's blue-white. It's a typical blue-white sealed deck basically. I think we can call it blue-white flyers. A lot of flyers in the deck. Put Falco as the hardcover. Okay, so on to the games next. Thanks for watching the building session.